Yo people, I hope all is blessed. You're back with another video of Will's Way. I just want to thank everybody who's here because we just hit 100 subscribers. I am so blessed, so gassed that we've hit it within sort of 4 videos. And we're just going to keep it moving, you know. I've got plenty of ideas. And now we've hit the first 100 subscribers. It's given me the inspiration to move it forward. But if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. We're all about the love, the success, the positive news, all about winning, baby. So please join the journey. I'm sure there's things I can teach you. It's my job here on this earth as an earth angel to teach people how to gain their own ways of success. And everybody's journey is different, but I think we can all take little parts of different things that we learn through the ages and incorporate it into our lives to then win within our universe as well. Today we're talking about improving yourself. This subject is so vital to anyone's progression and success, because once we start to change what we are and who we are and what our standards and values are, the world then attracts the same frequency as we grow. So as you know, we are all human beings. We all attract and we all emit different type of energies on this earth. There's negative emotions plus positive emotions as well. Depending where we are within the scale will then define what becomes us and our life and what comes our way. A lot of people struggle to feel the most happiest in the now, the present. It is all because of the way we have been brought up on this system where we believe that, oh, when we get the house, when we get the car, when we get that pay rise, which so far into the future, we will be happy then. And always we seem to find this ongoing thing. We never really seem to feel happy within the present, in the moment. It's like the trick that we've been tricked into, to look forward to stuff and never look at the present now. And we all know that to manifest and to be able to attract things within our life, we need to be in that moment right now, man. We need to be feeling good now. We need to be feeling like we already have the things we want right now. And that's probably the hardest thing to do. But today, I'm going to give you some tricks. And you know what? Every single person watching here can change their lives from tomorrow. You can change now. You could actually change after this video and things could start to better for you. And I promise, if you try to put in these techniques and just improve yourself, I promise things will start to change for you. So, number 1, changing ourselves. How do we do it? So, the first thing to do is know what we're doing wrong. And this is the hard thing. A lot of the time we think within our brains, we've convinced ourselves that everything we're doing right now is right, and we get frustrated when stuff's not coming around to us, and we think, and we then look for blame. We look to blame other people, we look to blame circumstances, we look to blame a lot of things. And the problem is with that blame, it takes the blame away from yourself. End of the day, we are 100% responsible for our fate, 100% responsible for all of our wins. We are 100% responsible for where we are in the future and where we are now today. And once you start to take that one responsibility onto yourself, you can start to then stop blaming everything else around it and start looking at what yourself is doing to be able to get more out of life, if you know what I mean. I mean, how many times are people just so too busy to do the simple little things that can change your world for tomorrow? How many people don't write goals or even log what they do, and they just living in this randomness, you know, everyday life? They're not really sure what's going on because they're not going to know, because they've got nothing planned, they've got no aims, they've got no goals or objectives. People are living day to days into a 9 to 5, doing the daily processes and repeating. And I know that a lot of people watching this that are doing that are not happy within their lives. I wasn't. I was not happy. I was depressed at that time when I was eat, sleep, repeat, work, 9 to 5, go back, do it all again, no goals, no aims, just sort of aimlessly trying to gain more money in a company. Well, I didn't even set goals within that either. So I was going around in this horrible vicious cycle that never really allowed me to get out. But I escaped that cycle by starting my own business. And when I started the business, I knew I had to improve myself massively. I was so behind in so many of the attributes to positive thinking, PMA, planning my time, efficiency, success mindfulness, success consciousness. I had to learn all of these things. But because I was projecting for higher, I was attracting all of these things as well. So a lot of books came to me. Do you know what I mean? Just popped up on my screen on social media, and it was almost like a little message as well, just to say, look, this book can help you moving on forward in your life. And remember, we all get these opportunities, we all get these things that come into our lives, but are we there? Are we open-minded enough to understand that they are messages and they can help us? Because if we're not going to be able to take that seed and sow it and grow it into something else. So improving ourselves is the first and foremost thing ever. End of the day, I think a lot of people that are frustrated have a lot of blame to all these other outside exterior things, right? We like to blame things to protect our own ego, but remember, the ego doesn't serve us. The ego doesn't serve us any spiritual growth. The ego is there, is almost a deterrent to stop us learning the things we need to know. If you've got a big ego, you tend to think that you know everything, you don't need to learn anything. That stops your growth straight away. So ego wins there, your growth loses. So like, we need to start neglecting this ego and start saying, right, what do I need to learn? What do I need to know? What knowledge do I need to learn to be able to move on within my life? Whether that be my career, whether that be with my fitness, whether that be with my eating habits, you know. Even eating is a hard thing to do. Even eating healthy to a strict diet and regime is hard to do. So we have to be very self-disciplined, and that's where it starts. Every single time and every single day, if you can start to do and start to smash off the small little things that you need to do off the list, that will gain a tiny piece of self-confidence every time you do it. And every time you tick off a goal or list, even if it's a to-do list for the day, you start to feel a little bit more empowered, which then leads on to the next part. And these small, tiny, gradual steps are the first steps in direction for you to actually improve yourself in what you're doing. And this is the part where I think a lot of people are going wrong, because I'd say 80% of people don't write goals. They just don't. They don't write things. They don't aim for higher things to get, or they have them things they want within their mind, but they're not actually writing them down and putting plans together to go get them. I swear to God, it's the easiest sort of concept really, just to think, to write some goals down and start organising plans to get them. But we just don't do it. We don't do it. Why don't we do this? I don't know, because I didn't do it either for so many years. And as soon as I started doing this, within 2 years, my life is changing radically changing. Like, things are coming to me quickly. You know what I mean? These things I'm writing down are happening. And I'm like, wow, the power of writing these goals is just so phenomenal. So writing goals, we're going to give you a little tip here how to write some goals. And I think at first, keep it real simple. I have a law of attraction planner, which is extremely brilliant for like segregating these little things and little goals that we've got. But I would say that's probably a little bit deep for someone just to buy and get straight into. At first, what I would do is just buy a notepad and go out to someone like TK Maxx, yeah, and go find the prettiest, nicest, leathery, sort of softest notepad you can get. Something that you love, something that's just nice, you know what I mean? Something like this, you know. Oh my days, my light's gone out. 1 sec, I need to put that back on because I got to show this beautiful complexion here. Yeah, notepad, you can get something decent. I bought something like this. It's nice, it's got like a ring binder on, it's nice and soft. It's something I don't want to lose. It's something I don't want to misplace. This notepad is actually my auto suggestion book. I read out every single morning, every single night. And if you watch my last video, I'm going to link it below, in the law of attraction, it gives you the auto suggestion trick where you can go, right, the one big goal that you want, the big longer goal, and you can actually repeat that every single day and night, and it helps massively as well. So go check that video out after this one. Get yourself a decent notepad, something good, something you value, something you like, something you're not going to lose. And within that notepad, there's 3 sections that you want to split into. So the first section is longer term goals. So these are the goals, these are your dreams. The first section is your longer goals. So it's best to start here. It's always good to think, where do you actually want to be in the end? Do you know what I mean? And that idea or that thought process sort of creates the smaller sets of goals that you do to get to the end goals. So these goals can be literally sort of 5 years to 10 years. So think in 5 years, what would you like to achieve? And do you know what? Dream big. Like, a lot of our values that we base on are from past experiences. What we need to do in life if we want to move forward and change and improve is actually reset the switch, man. Can you imagine like toys come up with a reset switch? You look like a Furby, for example. Do you know what I'm saying? When that Furby's chatting gibberish, you reset it. Like, you need to reset yourself for new times and new things to come into your life. You know, don't accept the old version of yourself. Create the new version here with these goals, and set these big dream goals, the 5 years, the 10-year goals, to be really far and where you want to be. Like goals where you just feel that's your life, that's where you would love to be. These are the goals you need to be writing in here. So write yourself a set of 10 5-year to 10-year goals straight down on the list here, and don't hold back with this. Honestly, be where you want to be. So once you've done them 10 sets of goals, you move on to the midterm goals. So this is sort of the middle goals. This is sort of in the next year or so. So you've written down the 10 years and the 5 years. Now scale it so it's more proportional with the 1-year goals. It's still going to be a goal that's still going to be quite hard, and you're going to have to put some work in to get. But what that does is fills the gap, and it bridges the gap between these big goals you've got as well. So say for example, in my 10-year goal, I was right, okay, I want to get signed to a record label. Right, that's a big goal, that's a big dream, right, into a 5-year goal. Yeah, within the 1-year goal, I want to be featuring on big platforms and doing some big numbers, you know, to create that element to get to the 5-year goal. So that 5-year goal is never going to work unless within that first year you start putting some extreme work in. And this is where you start to reset your brain and you start to think a lot differently in what you're doing. So for example, engineering business, say if I wanted to get to 500,000 in total sales in 5 years, the first year I'm going to have to really up my game, maybe get another engineer on board to be able to duplicate and, you know, get that money up, you know what I mean, to reach that goal. But the thing is, once you've written these down, you start thinking, and them ideas is what is valuable. Them ideas are priceless. Honestly, you can't put money on an idea, because one idea could be worth a legacy, could be worth millions of pounds. Then is where you get to the nitty gritty, the smaller goals. And this is something as well, now you're going to be ticking off regularly. So with the first set of goals, you do for the first sets are the small tiny bits, things you can actually start doing now and tomorrow. Say for example, you as artists and you've not got a website sorted, you've got no branding sorted, you've got no logo sorted. These are the things you need to now start be ticking off quickly and getting them done. And these are things that are achievable on a day-to-day basis, you know what I mean? Just for example, networking with 10 people a day. That's a short-term goal. That's something that we can do now. You can do that anywhere with anybody online. And it's the thing, we've got the internet nowadays, so we can be really productive with these small little goals. But I can promise you, when you start smashing off the smaller goals, the smaller things that need to be done, you'll start to get this wave of confidence. You start to get this wave of self-confidence saying, no, actually, I can do it. And because you're doing the smaller goals as well, things will start to happen real quickly. Like little tiny things, you'll get support from people, you'll get, you know, introduced to new people and stuff like that because you're networking. And even one person you network with can change your life. It can, you know, you don't know who you're talking to on the net nowadays. So the problem is people are not banging on enough doors. They're not doing this. They're thinking things are going to come to them when they're not putting anything out there to receive these things. It's a law of compensation. It's a law. You've got to be able to search to be able to get. You've got to be able to go and work hard to be able to deserve what you get back. And this is the problem and concept of the self-reflection thing in the first part that people don't understand, that they need to do more to be able to get more out of the universe. It's a give and take relationship. It's a law of karma. It's a law. It's a damn law. So they're the goal settings that I believe can make a massive difference to anyone's life. But you've got to start now. Got to start this now. Like, I just can't stress to you enough, like, I didn't do this for years as well. I wish I was watching myself now with these videos 10 years ago. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just changed my life massively. And these goals that you set as well, don't just apply them to your family goals, apply them to yourself. You know, apply, you know, do the same thing with your goals, for example, the long, the mid and the short term, but do them on different sections and categories in your life. Remember, we've got career, we've got family, we've got health, we've got spiritual values as well. Like, all of these sections incorporate the circle of life, if you know what I mean. Like, life is not just revolved about finance, because if you did and you just concentrated on money, where are you getting all the love from your family? Where's your family coming into that? Where's all these things that you love as well coming into that? You're not incorporating them. So this is a harmony. So when we get all of these things right, we start to live in harmony. And that's where the true happiness lies. A lot of people think it just lies in the money. But I'm telling you now, trust me, like when I was working for this company, I did have a lot to spend. spend. I had a lot of disposable income, but I had no time. And it was draining me, and I was unhappy. I was so unhappy. Money's not everything, and that big lesson that taught me that was very important, because I have started my business now, and admittedly I will be earning more money, but I've also took time to appreciate that's not all about that. Because if that's all I had, it's not going to give you happiness. So you got to make sure you're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to experience new things for your own soul and your own peace of mind as well, not just the money as well. So I know we all love money, and of course money can help, but remember, if we let our egos take control of the money rather than our spiritual side, it can be a very dark road. You know, it can be a very dark road to greed and all sorts of these negative emotions that don't serve us as human beings as well. So I hope them 3 sets of goals are really going to help you out as well. Thank you all for coming again. We just hit the 100 subscribers, so love for everybody. If you liked the video, please smash a thumbs up, leave a comment down below as well. And yeah, if you would like to tell me about any of your experiences as well with goal writing and stuff that has improved your life, let me know. I'd love to know. And yeah, add me on Instagram and Twitter as well, at WillStar22. And yeah, if you want to have a chat, just get at me, man. Honestly, I'm all blessed, I'm all love. I love trying to help people out as well. And on my Instagram, I'm regularly putting these stories up on the daily, so make sure you follow me there. Love, people. I will see you next week with a brand new video, and I hope you all have a blessed week. But remember, put these goals down and start working on them. Love.
You can never stop my wave, you can never stop my wave, no. Every single day I pray, every single day I pray.